Hey everyone, thanks for joining us. Here's something that a lot of us can relate to: hidden fees. But how about hidden fees when it comes to renting? Morning everyone and welcome. I'm Sally Hernandez.
And I'm Tom Miller. These can really start to add up. These are also known as junk fees, typically not advertised when you get a quote for an apartment, and they can surprise renters after you sign a lease. The Federal Trade Commission describes junk fees as hidden and unexpected fees that can harm consumers. The Housing Policy Clinic at the University of Texas released a new study looking at the issue of junk fees and how to rein in the issue.
And KXAN's Dylan McKim introduces us to an Austinite who believes he is paying way too much in fees.
Dallas Cowboy fan.
Take a look around Sanford Garrett's home. You'll see his healthy collection of Dallas Cowboys gear,
Them boys in my heart.
along with a variety of decorations he's collected in the 13 years he's called this apartment home,
I just try to enjoy life as best as possible.
including an empty fish tank because of a pricey pet deposit.
They charge $300 for a fish.
He's 59, a visually impaired veteran, and doesn't work. He describes his monthly income as,
I like to call it a broke income. I'm sorry. It's not controlled, it's not fixed, it's broke.
so for Garrett.
Every dollar and cent counts.
But after COVID, he started noticing surprising mandatory fees on top of his rent, including $25 a month for valet trash, even though he lives right next to the dumpsters.
When I can walk down them stairs and drop that off to myself.
He pays a mandatory $90 a month for cable directly to his apartment. He used to be able to pay the cable company directly with the ability to cancel that service, but now he has no control over that fee. And an extra $5 a month for pest control, but he wants to only pay that when he uses that service.
Don't be charging people for that service when they're not using it.
A recent study from the University of Texas found Altura Apartments does not advertise these mandatory junk fees when they provide a lease quote to prospective tenants, and they're not the only ones.
They're becoming much more widespread, and the level of junk fees is becoming quite alarming.
Heather Way, one of the authors of the report, said she and her team found very odd fees.
We came across things like boilerplate management fees, a fire hydrant fee, administrative fees, these kinds of fees that really leave you scratching your head and wondering really what's going on here.
More alarming is properties that are given public subsidies from the city in return for affordable housing are actually seen using junk fees as well.
Despite those rent restrictions, are then tacking on these additional fees as a workaround.
Way and her team call for more transparency from apartments, being upfront about all the costs associated with monthly rent. They also say the City of Austin's housing department should close some of the loopholes in its affordable housing program so developers cannot work around rent restrictions.
Give or take steps to the dumpsters.
For Garrett, he's still taking his trash out, but is hoping he can see some relief.
I don't want to pay for it, but I do.
A fire hydrant fee?
Yeah, what is that? What do you think that is?
It's not. It shouldn't be in there. You know, is what it shouldn't do. So is the city going to look into the problem, because you have hydrant fee and you have all these other fees that maybe
Right.
are junk fees?
Yeah, we reached out to the housing department with the City of Austin. They said they're aware of this report. They're going to be working in the next coming months with the development community and some tenant advocates to see, hey, where can we fix some of these loopholes? Where do we need to? They're going to identify some of these areas that are in the report. They're going to try to fix those moving forward.
Yeah, not to mention $300 for the pet fish.
That's
Yeah,
no longer
Nemo is expensive.